hello YouTube on my end. Well, where we're at, we're in the south end of town, across the street from an old train station here. Now, I was told by Angie, she heard a rumor that this depot is up, this depot right here is up for demolition. I'm hoping it's not true. I'd like to see somebody who would renovate it in a way that was salvageable. But we'll talk about the history of this building. There used to be passenger rail service here in town a while ago. So we'll check out what we can around the perimeter if we can. Hopefully we can do it safely and legally, hopefully. But right now, let's cross the street and tell you more about this station, this depot, as we get across the street. For the renovation of this road right here, the road used to come pretty close to the station right where I'm at on the sidewalk. But that's be the grand entrance. This would be the grand hall where you actually wait and pay your tickets to get in and ride your trains, basically. Actually, right here, I don't remember seeing this till now. It's been a while I've been here. Used to buy your tickets right here at one time. Let's see if you want to buy your tickets right away. Reason I'm walking down this end first is because, like I said, Grand Hall, right there, and over here you see some bays. You will see some trucking bays. Notice the elevation of the road, of the old road and the new road. Nice little elevation, so you know this is more newer model than the old road. But there was a doorway there. Used to be a service bay there. Service bay there. Before they put the utilities in, it'd be a service bay here. This is the only part of the station that's been renovated of the whole depot. Used to be like a picture store here at one time. This is the only part that got renovated. Right now we're here at Union Pacific Railroad rolling by right here. But yeah, it used to be, this depot I think used to be owned and operated by the Chicago Northwestern Railroad. And I think the Milwaukee Road had passenger service out of here too. But I'm not for sure. But it was mainly used by then now defunct Chicago Northwestern Railroad. This whole area right here used to be sort of the main parking lot for the depot. I guess there was another business here at one time, so this would have been the other renovated part. Where you board your trains over here, as right now there's a westbound Union Pacific on here. But the platforms here used to run two rails, almost the length. You past the link from almost down there towards almost prior to way down there, and there's a bridge that's back here, and it's had two platforms. There was a brick platform where the trains, where people got on and off the trains. This is where my mom and dad got on the trains to Chicago a lot, and a lot of people here in town. My dad used to work for the Chicago Northwestern Railroad, so he basically got train rides at a discount as part of his employment with the Chicago Northwestern Railroad. I can't tell you how many weekend trips my mom and dad took into Chicago. They wouldn't tell me on that when I was younger. The platform ran over here and it just prior and maybe just past the bridge. So it was a pretty lengthy platform. If I remember right, it was brick, two rails. One was designated for westbound, one was designated for eastbound, and if the Milwaukee Road had it, it was either north or southbound, basically, for the Milwaukee Road. But I think it was primarily used by the Chicago Northwestern Railroad. The last passenger rail service ended at this depot, ended in 1972. About a year or two after Amtrak was formed. Looking down here, I noticed, you can barely see right here, the old platform brick walkway. See, it was all brick. It was all brick platform to the first track. Then you had a brick platform in the middle of between two tracks, and on the other track the other way. So imagine that road, the width of that road. See, with this road, from when that train's running to about right up, I don't know, about right up here, within two lines, with a platform in the middle. That was a long time ago, guys. Well, yeah, this is also a perfect place for rail fanning right here, too. Able to get the train coming around the corner off the drawbridge. Perfect place for rail fanning, too. Yeah, we're on this side of the depot. And like I said, the platform ran up to here. Probably up there, just not that far up, and it ran all the way down to the bridge. And like I said, two platforms out there. This brick would have been platform number 1 with the train track next to it. Then there'll be another platform in the middle of the two tracks. Then there'll be another track for another platform. But that's basically it right here, guys. They had some renovations, not very good renovations at all. I'm not going to sit at the picnic table. It looks inviting, but it's pretty well worn out and that. Okay, we're going to wrap up this video. Okay, the only times I was in this building at one time was a couple years after it closed. It was an auction house for a while, for a couple years. I was in there a couple times for an auction with my mom and dad. And I think the last time I was in there on my own was in the late 80s, early 90s, where there used to be a closeout store in there. There was a fence, I guess American Fence Company was in there for a long time. And I think last time it was a church was in there. Some form of a church was in there last. Like Angie said, I think I filmed this once before on the channel, but it's been a while. But I heard renovations. I like to see renovations being done. There's a possibility you can put a restaurant, a gift shop, improved parking over there, maybe an overflow parking over here. And maybe I heard online, I've been hearing this online on YouTube, basically there's a petition, there's a channel out there. If I can find that channel, I'll put it in the description down below, but I'm not guaranteeing I'm going to be able to find that channel again, because it's YouTube, it'll get lost in the shuffle. Right now we're hoping it doesn't come to a wrecking ball to this historic building. Hopefully that someone will come forth with a plan, and money, need a lot of money, and basically refurbish everything back to the old day and maybe replace the two rail lines for passenger service. It'd be great we see passenger service back here in town, but it's less likely it will, because I think Union Pacific, they got to deal with the California Zephyr from Denver on west, if I remember correctly, on my YouTube videos, on the YouTube videos I watch. And I think parts of the Empire Builder is also run. They also run on Union Pacific lines in some parts of that line, basically. But until then, we'll probably hope and pray that someone comes forward and renovate this. If not, it will come to a wrecking ball eventually. I heard in a few weeks. That's scary, and that. So basically, I would love to see passenger rail service. This would have been the fastest way to get into Chicago. Not really, but it would have been the best way to get to Chicago cheap on the budget, if you're on a tight budget. All right, we're out of here. Nice history. I wish I would have talked more of it without that train going by, but like I said, there was two passenger rails on the other side of the tracks. Anybody who's 60 years old and older should remember that. I was not even old enough to remember the passenger rail, because the passenger rail, last passenger service was in 1971 or 1972. That's when Amtrak took over, and Amtrak, what they did was they cut a lot of lines. Oh, by the way, on a side note, the last passenger train that actually stopped here because their regular route got, either there was a derailment of some kind or some other happening going on with the main line. The California Zephyr does stop here only if they cannot run on the Burlington Northern Santa Fe lines down south. The last Zephyr that stopped here was in the late 80s, if I remember right. Basically, one of my brothers took me here to saw it pull in and left. Basically, the California Zephyr. Now we won't see none of that again. We will see passenger service. Keep our fingers crossed. There'll be a good adventures, good videos for our channel. Cheapest way to get to Chicago besides renting a car. But who knows? Alright, we're out of here. We'll probably come down here if there is a wrecking ball. We'll come down here and watch the demolition. If not, if someone's down here renovating it, we'll just do updates on it. Right now, we're going to end this video here at the old Clinton Depot. Please like, share, subscribe. Don't forget that subscribe button, notification bell. If I remember, I think I did this video once before, but I did not go in more detail till today. Alright, we're out of here. We'll see you.